Mappa, Jujutsu Kaisen, Zero. That's how you make a movie. That is a good movie. Thank you. That's an excellent movie. Thank you. Take it. Take my wallet. I don't care. Take it. Take my wallet. Take it. Take it. That's how you make a movie. Guys, I usually don't talk about anime or like manga stuff like that often, but this movie has to be talked about. I have to talk about this. Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. This movie put anime movies on a whole new pedestal. I'm not even joking. This movie is very good. And I will not be spoiling anything about the movie because honestly, I want you guys to go see it for yourselves. This is a movie I don't want nobody to miss. I'm just going to point out what I liked about the movie and I'm going to keep it spoiler free. Let's start off by talking about the main character, Yuta. I thought he was going to be a whiny, wimpy character that always cry for help and act like a Denzel distress and act like he can't do anything. But boy, this man did a 360. He acted the complete opposite of what I expected, which blew my mind. This boy knew the assignment. Like, he took his role seriously, and I appreciate that he did take his role seriously, and he wasn't like a whiny kid about it. This man is goated. He became one of my favorites off the rip. He's one of my favorite protagonists or characters in Jujutsu Kaisen now, hands down. The next character I want to talk about is Gojo. Gojo had one of the best scenes when he was on the screen. He took the show. This man was amazing. I love all his fights. Anytime he gets in a fight, I'm like, man, I gotta watch this. Like, I can't get my eyes off it. This man went in this movie, and I'm so hyped that they just did this movie so well. It's just you couldn't get enough of it. I'm telling you, when he was on screen, you get hyped. I was like, oh snap, oh snap. I was going crazy when he get his fight scenes, and when he got his time to shine, he never disappoints. I definitely loved his role in the movie as well. So that was great. Now, let's not forget about our boy Pandu. This man was going crazy in this movie. Surprisingly, I didn't expect to see so much panda hands. Gotta love Panda Boy, Panda Best Boy. This man was going off in that movie. I was just so happy to see him finally get some more shine, because they didn't really show him off too much in the first season. They showed him enough where they, how his powers work, but it really showed how he get down in this movie, and I appreciate that for sure. Panda Boy, Panda, that's the boy. I'm sorry, I love him. And then we got baby girl Maki. Now Maki was going off in this movie, and I loved her too. And she usually used multiple weapons in the show, but in this movie she really stick to like one weapon, which wasn't a complaint because when she used it, it was still great. You can still see like, oh yeah, baby girl got skill. And when she was on screen, it was like a big treat. And then it made her personality pop more. It gave us a little bit more backstory about her. And it was very touching to see a certain side of her that we really don't get to see. And overall, when she was on screen, it was great. I loved her too. Maki, amazing job, man. I love her. Her moves, man, her moves were surprising me the most out of the movie. I'm like, yo, she could do that? Well, that was crazy. She was blowing my mind. Maki, you the girl. I cannot forget about my boy Toge. They showed a part of Toge that I never seen before. There's a side of him I never seen before, and it was amazing to see more backstory about him and how he got his powers and how he felt. And it was so cool to see that he was like a very nice kid and he was so caring. And I didn't expect him to be like that because he's so nonchalant. He looks so nonchalant. But he is a very caring character. He cares about a lot of people. Like, you can't mess with his crew. That's his crew. You don't mess with them. He really blew me out the water. And with seeing him and, like, you know, what he do best, talk, it's crazy. And now we gotta talk about the antagonist in the movie. Ghetto, his role was crazy. I did not expect him to have a certain personality. I don't want to say it, but it was like, I won't say it a little bit. This man had a god complex, and I loved it. This man was insane. What he was doing with his power. And, you know, they gave him his backstory, who he was, because I wanted to know who he was, because you see him in the show, but they don't really, like, talk about him. So to see who he is, and what his power is, and what he do, and how he feel about people in general, that right there was enough for me to hate him. I'm like, man, this man is sick. This made me mad just thinking about it. But him, he was crazy, and it showed how much power how strong he really was. And they had no problem dogging anybody when he was on screen. When he was on screen, somebody was on the floor. Somebody getting dogged. There ain't no question about it. This man was a monster. And I loved it. Now, throughout this movie, other characters made cameos that was from the show. But I'm not going to reveal every person that was revealed in the movie. But what I will talk about is baby girl right here, Mei Mei. Yo, she is crazy strong. I fell in love with her. When she was in screen, oh my god. She was magnificent. She was dominating. If she was on the screen, it was crazy. I fell in love with her. I ain't gonna lie, I need more of her. No question. I'm not gonna go too much, but baby girl. This is baby girl. I will talk about the animation was very well done. The soundtrack was really good. I have no complaints. It was visually stunning. I loved everything about this movie. It was great. I felt like this was one of the best backstory movies I ever watched. If other animes not doing backstories like this, I don't care. This is really good. I had no complaints. I never felt like, this part is getting a little boring. No, I never had that thought. I was just so immersed in the story. I was just so focused. And trust me, they knew how to keep your eyes on the screen. I promise you, you would not turn away for a second. I couldn't turn away. My eyes was glued to the screen. And like I said, Mappa did an amazing job with this movie. They put a lot of love into it. I felt that there was a lot of love with this. And the director too, you gotta give some credit to the director. You did an amazing job with this movie, the show. This is great. I want y'all to go see it. I'm making this video to encourage y'all to go see it. Go see it. Go. What are you waiting for? Don't even listen to me no more. Leave the video. Go watch this movie. Because I promise you're not going to regret it. I promise you. This movie is very legit. I will give it a solid 9 out of 10. This is a good movie for me. This is a good prequel to the anime. This is very well done. I love this movie. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you like what you see, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button, all that nice stuff. And until then, I'll see you guys later.